Hello guitar lovers, I'm Eddie Rogue. In today's video I'm going to show you how to improve your lead tones with a few easy steps, so here we go. As a music producer and session guitarist, oftentimes I'm asked to record a few extra lines and sometimes even a full solo. That's so 80s, huh? Guess what? Today's Wednesday, and there's nothing better than experimenting with some creative lead tones. But, as usual, please keep in mind, the points and techniques discussed in this video are just my personal opinions and preferences. After all, I'm just here for the fun of it. Here we go. So this is what I can say about how to get better lead tones, because you're working in the context of the arrangement, the kind of music you're playing, or the style. So nothing better than having a backing track so you can listen to some sort of arrangement. You can identify the style of music. This works two ways. Sometimes you're not just writing music for yourself, sometimes you're working for a producer. And as, once again, as subjective as getting a good tone, and not just the phrasing, not just your skills as a musician, but the whole package, right? You still have to please the producer. So it's subjective, but for them, what they consider as a great guitar tone or a great guitar solo. So let's hear this backing track. It has some sort of like a Latin flavor on it. So you guys guess who will be the inspiration for this. But let's start with a clean tone, right? Just guitar straight into the amp. This is what I have. Let me hear the key of the song. So, right. So here's my clean tone. Nothing crazy. Okay, so let's hear the backing track and see. Let's play some stuff. So, as you can hear, pretty boring. It doesn't really add energy and anything exciting to the arrangement. Of course, it has to do with the playing, not just the tone. I could do something that it feels more exciting, but we're just kind of mapping out how many bars we have, and the changes. So right now, this is my clean. Let's add some crunch from the amp. Right, all I have to do is push this guy right here, and now pretty dry, straight into the amp, no pedals, just a crunch channel in the amp. If you guys know this channel, you know that I use a Marshall Jubilee as my main amp. So let's do another track right here, and let's see where we get with the overdrive now. get some extra energy, absolutely. I need a little more ambience. I need the notes to glue together. I'm not talking about compression, I'm talking about reverb, maybe a little bit of delay. Let's add this two elements one at a time. I might need a little more distortion just to make the notes pop a little more, and shape a little bit of the EQ so I can hit the amp a little bit harder as well. So let's try to add the reverb. Right? So here's a little bit of reverb from a Boss pedal, RV5 house setting. Same crunch channel in the amp. Um, so you see how it wraps around the note. It gives it more of a three-dimensional depth to the sound. That's kind of what we're going for, right? So we can pop from the backing track, but still make things nice and clear. Okay, let's try with the reverb now. Let's see where we get. I would say it's a lot better. Still, the playing it's not there because I'm just testing things around. So what I'm gonna do right now is I will add just a little bit of delay. It's a DD8. I think it's the analog setting. So what we're doing right now is let's add this. So now same crunch channel from the amp, a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, right? But because the volume is super attenuated, it would just add a little more dimension to the sound, right? It's just a little tail to the note, right? Yeah. Every time you play by yourself, sometimes it feels like there's too much reverb or too much delay. But remember, as the sound attenuates, it gets like lost in the mix in the backing track. So knowing how to adjust how much reverb, how much delay do you need, it's always useful if you do against the backing track instead of trying to adjust your settings like playing a cappella, right? So let's hear right now, same thing, just a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, crunch channel in the amp, no pedals, overdrive pedals involved yet. A lot better. One thing we're missing right now, right? I think we are in a ballpark of whatever the arrangement, whatever the song is trying to deliver as a message. But the playing is not there because the tone right? It's connected to whatever you're playing. So in order to make that more expressive, you get to the point where all you need is what you doing as a musician um, to express those emotions. So one thing that I will do right now, I will just add a little overdrive. Just a little bit to make me more comfortable actually. I wouldn't use that in a if I'm playing live because you have more volume, you have more response from the speaker, from the amp. But working in the studio, I have my cabinet inside an ISO box, so it's really hard to get that interaction and the feedback and everything you need. Uh, if I was in like a bigger studio or playing live. Uh, anyway, what I want to do right now is work with what I have on the guitar because so far I've been trying to compensate my playing by adding pedals, right? So now we're there. So I will start the solo in my neck pickup just to have some contrast. So I start with the neck pickup. I will, you know, turn down my tone control a little bit because I will do half the solo like that, and maybe my climax I will switch to the bridge, right? So I'm trying to channel this, right, from something more since I already have my tone dialed in, I know what I want to do with this guitar controls. Of course, this feels like very mechanic, like, oh, there's no feeling to it, there's no emotion to it. Forget about that for right now. Let's just try to nail some of the basics, and then we can, improvise a little more, play a little more, and find ourselves in the arrangement and what we want to express. Right now, we're just trying to get the right effects in, the right tone in, and the right playing to match with the tone, right? So. Right, I think it's a very interesting starting point. Let's see what we got here. Okay, well, I like it. Let's do one more and see if we can get it better. So I started with the. This is not a lesson about Dorian mode, right? Just the chord changes. Okay. We're not doing that. Take two. And I like it. I think that was a very good way to complement the song, the arrangement, the style, the vibe. Like very Latin, very sensual. I think the melody, the ideas for the riffs, they were connected to the chord changes, and they channel the style. They complement the song, and that's your goal as a musician. I think that a great guitar tone, it's not isolated from the context of the song, the arrangement, and the style of music you're playing. I hope that makes sense. Leave in the comments if you would like for me to approach a different style of music or a different backing track, try different tones, and I would be more than pleased to do it so. That's it. Alright, that's it for today. And if you like this video and want to know how to create some beautiful clean tones with some unusual ideas, you might as well check this next video. Coming up next. See you there. Thank you.